head over foot. Okay. This is something people haven't even heard of. Within the industry itself, too.
No, it's brand new. I coined it.
When did you coin it?
Jeez, I don't like 2012, 20,
Okay.
20, I don't know. It's more than 10 years.
Okay.
It's 10 years or more. It's 10 years or more that I think I said head over foot at that point. But before that, I was saying spiraling, and I was talking about the cohesiveness of the arm spiral with the lat spiral. So I was saying head over foot the same thing because that's what is happening. And it's not like I just noticed it all of a sudden. I mean, you look at it once, you know what the fuck it looks like.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly.
That's the shameful thing.
The 4.21 combine record.
Is the same thing. It's the same thing as Hunter Biden's laptop is Russian disinformation. It's the same thing, but those people are evil, and the fitness industry are good guys underneath their ignorance and their arrogance and their competitive drive to, if you're doing a Palloff press, you're defending the indefensible, which is riddling your body with a nervous system that can't move and is only going up, deer in headlights, no cause injuries. There's got to be a relationship. Guarantee it, 100%. There has to be a relationship if everybody's been freezing and squeezing. And then that moment they're reacting and they're 1 millisecond late. Okay, whoops. Right.
You slow down the 40 combine record and you can clearly see that 4.21. That 4.21 doesn't happen without.
Dude, if you had said, Chat GPT AI, please make a video of me of the 2024 combine and let's make it a whiteout with this long, lean body who's doing head over foot, really big, pulsing both arms down every step. And let's give them like dreadlocks that are like 4 feet long. And let's make them go wham, wham, wham. I mean, it's like, come on, guys. You couldn't have cast a better combine record at this moment to support me, the guy telling the truth.
And I think right now it's important to have that be the spotlight because
here's what it is. We have to have I'm not doing this for small. Okay. I'm doing this so that my grandkids, I'm up in heaven and I'm looking down and I'm like, yes, it's better. Because that's I believe why God made me is to provide more stories to his glory. Okay. That is why I exist. I exist for God's amusement. I serve at his beck and call. Okay. That's my relationship with the man upstairs, the fungi in the sky. Okay. That's my relationship. And this is funny, I figured out how to beat narcissism with altruism. It's like shooting the moon in hearts, okay? They dumped the Queen of Spades on me with the BOSU ball. And so I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to get all the hearts now because head over foot is free and relatively fast and relatively easy to transform your life so that you never, ever take another step out of balance. Imagine if I am drinking this and every time they drop a little bit of urine in there, just a little tiny bits, not much. You don't even notice it, right? You're not out of balance. Who cares if I'm a little out of balance? Whatever. All right. Well, you don't care. You can't even see it. I'm just going to dab the little straw. And nothing was on it. Look, it looks dry. Okay. Boom. Do you want to drink it? You have a choice in the matter now. And so it's just information. Right. And to have your personal trainer strengthening the dysfunction of this uproot and to have those people who teach that, the ones that are like literally trying to harm my business, like literally there's nothing constructive about, Brad Schoenfeld, the fellow of whatever, BOSU balls, they don't make you strong. What could you tell a strength coach other than like it makes healthy athletes weaker to discourage him from using that tool.
I mean,
anyway, here's the value of the BOSU ball. All right. The BOSU ball allows you to repattern your response to the threat of sudden imbalance. So when someone experiences a sudden imbalance, it is usually not the sudden imbalance that is the causal factor for the fall. It was the failure to compensate and adjust correctly with the next step. So, you had it, and then wham, you couldn't do it. The trained body has more time because the force is going down, and that gives the opportunity for the base to come up. And now you're in the right position to deal with the landing. Okay. And you're not fearful because you're in control and you know you're in control. So if you are stiff, it's a false control. It's a control that works right now and I can hold myself. Yeah. Okay. But it's a control that betrays you over a long term, because if you're strong enough to put sort of the burden of dysfunction, on pause because you just clamped it down, well, at some point in the future, you're likely to have it like compounded and that little thing turned big all the while. And now you're stuck with something big that you could have just avoided entirely. And you're probably meaner as a person just as a result that your back nags you and it's like, fuck. Like that's very real. The psychosomatic influence of pain upon a person's mood and productivity and everything, right? Better parent.
You have this flow chart that I want to highlight. Okay.
Okay.
Prep, right? It's prep and prime basically, and then we perform, and then it is recovery. Okay. Yeah. In the entire industry that I've seen, I don't think I've seen anybody lay it out like that, and how you've definitely, like, people want to sit here and stretch. Let's stretch here,
right? Yeah.
As opposed to coil, as opposed to all these different limit elastic forces that are actually making you lift more after you do it. And
right. Of course,
you have a recipe that is very specific and it works. I've tried it.
Yeah.
And I'm just so confused why this isn't more.
Well, it's new. It's new, and they're not receptive to anything that has to do with me. Okay. And they control the narrative. They define what is right and wrong officially by the people employed in the college strength community, which is that's the big force that is sort of like the cohesive, whatever the NFL and the NBA and the Iowa State and LSU, whatever they're doing, well, that's what you're supposed to do, isn't that right? They're sort of the standard, the litmus test. So if you want to have the privilege of being in that world, well, you got to pay your dues. You have to have a certain certification that currently you have to answer the question incorrectly to get it correct, to get your employment. And then if you get hired under this head coach and you're doing Palloff presses and you're doing this, a lot of them are not doing that now, but that is where the money is being made in the industry now. Okay.
For the wrong reasons. I mean,
well, the reason is to make money. Okay. Okay.
But preventing the dead dogma within the entire industry, it seems like there needs to be, like you're saying, the paradigm.
I'm cleaning house, dude. I'm cleaning house, and it's not fun, but I'm just having fun with it because it's preposterous, right? I have literally peed on every fire hydrant in front of every peer review related to anything. I have stood on their front and I've peed on their front door. Okay. I'm standing next to them and I am peeing on their leg. I am humiliating them in the contest of ideas. Yep. I'm calling bullshit and they're hiding. And before I knew what I was talking about, long time, okay, I didn't, like we said, I figured that in 2012, but so what? you tell the
Yeah.
truth, who cares, right?
Yeah.
So they control the narrative. I'm extremely threatening to them because I don't make them obsolete, and that's where they get it wrong. I just make them better, and it's the ego that's holding them back because I have no intention to burn anything down. We need science.